You know, when you think about high tech in a hotel, your mind probably jumps to the front desk, right? Smart check-ins, that kind of thing. But the biggest revolution, the real game changer, it's happening quietly, in the hallways. We're talking about how artificial intelligence is completely transforming housekeeping management, turning it from a daily grind into a serious strategic advantage. Let's dive in and see how.
Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. Now, we all know the goal in any hotel, don't we? It's all about flawless operations and, of course, absolutely exceptional guest experiences. But the big question is, how do you achieve that in what is easily one of the most complex departments? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Okay, so before we can really appreciate just how big of a deal this AI-driven change is, we've got to take a step back. We need to look at the old way of doing things, a system that was built on paper, walkie-talkies, and honestly, a whole lot of guesswork.
I mean, just try to picture it. In the past, a housekeeping supervisor was practically flying blind. Their only updates were coming from these crackly radio check-ins or by physically walking miles and miles of hallways every single day. The problem was, by the time they actually found an issue, it was often way too late to fix it without impacting a guest. And all these challenges, they created this vicious cycle, right? You're working with outdated information, which means you're always a step behind. The time you spend just physically checking rooms is time you're not spending coaching and developing your team. It forced managers into this constant state of reaction, basically spending their entire day just putting out fires instead of preventing them in the first place. So, if the old way was defined by all those information gaps, the new way is all about closing them. And this is the AI revolution. It's powered by one simple but incredibly powerful thing: real-time data. At the very heart of this transformation is something we call real-time visibility. Now, this isn't just about getting updates a little bit faster. It's about having a live continuous window into the entire operation as it happens. It's the difference between looking at a static photo of what happened yesterday and watching a live video of what's happening right now.
So what does this live video actually look like? Well, modern AI dashboards from platforms like Oracle, Opera Cloud, or FlexKeeping, they pull all this data together onto one simple screen. With just a single glance, a supervisor can see the exact live status of every room, they can track task completion rates, and, this is the magic part, they can spot a potential delay the very second it starts to form.
And having that kind of live data, well, it creates the single most important change of all. It completely flips the entire management model on its head. It shifts supervisors from being reactive problem solvers to being truly proactive leaders. Here's the difference in action. On one hand, you've got reactive management. That's dealing with an upset guest because their room wasn't ready on time. On the other hand, you have proactive management. That's the system flagging a possible delay, the supervisor stepping in to help, and the guest arriving to a perfect room, never even knowing a problem was just solved behind the scenes. Let's just walk through how this plays out. The AI system notices a housekeeper is taking a bit longer than usual on a room for an incoming VIP guest. Instantly, the supervisor gets an alert on their dashboard. Instead of finding out an hour later, they can immediately send another attendant to help out. Just like that, the problem is solved before it becomes a problem. The result? Guest satisfaction is protected from the start, not recovered after a complaint. But here's where things get really fascinating. This technology isn't just about making things run faster or more efficiently. It's about fundamentally changing how you lead people. When you start measuring performance with objective data, it strips away all the guesswork and potential bias. It becomes crystal clear who your top performers are, so you can recognize and reward them fairly. It also pinpoints exactly who might be struggling and needs a little more training, which creates a truly level playing field for everyone on the team. And this all leads to a core philosophy in modern hospitality leadership, one that's taught right here at Europe Hotel School London, focusing on improvement rather than punishment. The goal isn't to punish someone for a slow cleaning time. It's to figure out why they're slow and give them the specific coaching they need to succeed. It's all about improvement.
So for all of you who are on the path to becoming leaders in this industry, mastering these kinds of tools isn't really optional anymore. It's all about adopting a completely new mindset.
Because learning to use an AI dashboard isn't really about mastering software, it's about learning to think like a modern leader. It's about being proactive, managing with a clear strategy, leading with fairness, and ultimately using this amazing technology to empower your team to create those unforgettable guest experiences. So, as you move forward in your careers, I want you to consider this. The technology is already here, and it's only getting smarter every single day. The real question is, how will you use it to redefine what hospitality excellence truly means?